Good morning, traders, and welcome to Morning Majors, a show where we look at the opportunities that are setting up in the major currency pairs for the day ahead. Now, please remember, before we go any further into this video, that these are for educational purposes only, and this is in no way trade advice. I'm not telling you to take a trade. You still need to go away and do your own due diligence and decide for yourselves whether the trades make sense or not. So this is just really to help you along and help you understand how to go about trading price action. So if we start with the Australian dollar, as you can see from the 4-hour charts over here, is in a bit of a downtrend. So we've got a longer term downtrend line here, and that's keeping the market moving down, down, down. And then we've got a shorter term trend line that the market is playing with at the moment. Now, I'm not saying for one moment that, it's absolutely going to respect this trend line here. In fact, if we go and take a look at it on the 1-hour chart, you can perhaps see it a little clearer over here. So we can see that, as I said, the market is moving down, and it's now coming up to play with this trend line. Now, one of two things can happen, of course. The market either can break this trend line, and if it does that, I'll be looking for consolidation above the trend line, and then an opportunity to go long and trade the Australian dollar up to the upper trend line over here. However, what I'm expecting to happen in the short term, and what I would like to trade in tomorrow or today, Monday, is a breakdown of this trend line. So ultimately, the market's coming to the trend line where it is now, then on the 15-minute chart, giving us a bit of a reversal here. So like a 1, 2, 3 reversal, and then obviously for the market to sell off down towards the support point at 0.7314. Looking at the euro dollar, so the euro dollar is at a level now on the 4-hour chart. If we zoom in here for a second, we can see that the euro dollar is at a previous level of support, which acted as resistance here, although the market broke above it, resistance over here, and then now again the market has just broken above this level. And what I'm looking to do is, because the longer term trend is to the downside, is I'm looking on the 15-minute chart over here for the market to ultimately give us a false break above this level and then start to sell back down. And if it does that and sells beneath this support level at 1.1700, then I'll be looking for an opportunity to sell that, so to take that short. The pound dollar is slightly different. So yes, we're in a downtrend with the pound dollar, but what's happened with the pound dollar here is, if we zoom into the 4-hour chart for a moment, just to give us some context, we can see that the market has basically given us a false break, and I do like false breakouts. So it broke down beneath this level. There weren't enough sellers there to sustain the move. The market then broke up above with quite some momentum, and it also broke above this previous high over here. So what I'm looking for is, let's say on the 15-minute chart, for the market to retest this previous level of resistance, as you can see, and treat it as support over here. So that's the 1.3086. We'd like the market to pull back to that level and give us an opportunity to buy the market. I'm not sure if that's going to happen today, or perhaps if it will happen tomorrow, but that's ultimately my plan for the pound dollar. So let it pull back and then start buying. New Zealand dollar is not really near any major levels. I mean, it is trading up towards, let me come in here, the 0.6852, which is quite a good resistance level with some previous price action there, but it's not there yet. When it does get there, then obviously I'll be looking for the opportunity to sell from this area here. I won't buy unless the market breaks out above that level and consolidates above that level. So we need to wait to see how that plays out. We can't go chasing the market. We can't try and predict what's going to happen. We can just sort of forecast a little bit and then react when we get the necessary price action. The dollar franc is one that I'm looking at to go long, so I'm waiting for the market to pull back to this previous level of support here. So we've got an upwards sloping trend line, so one touch here, another touch here. The market is now playing with this previous level of support. If it can pull back a little bit further, let's say to this level over here, let me highlight that. So we've got a previous level of support there. That also comes in conjunction with the upward sloping trend line, which could really give us a nice opportunity to take this to the upside. So again, we just got to wait for the market to come back to the right location, and then we can execute our trade. Of course, from a short-term perspective, you could always look for a bit of consolidation on the 15-minute chart, followed by a sell-off towards that area there. But if you do that, you'll be selling into support, and it's not necessarily the best idea in the world, but I will leave it up to you. And then finally, if we take a look at the dollar yen, which it isn't coming up there, so let me just type this in like so. If we look at the dollar yen has been in a bit of an uptrend. As we can see here, it's been contained by this upward sloping trend line going all the way back to the beginning of April. The market is broken through currently a previous level of resistance, which you can see over here. So the 111.45 is a resistance level. The market broke above it. It's now coming back to it. Now we've got two trades that we can play here. We can either play the bounce from, let me come in here. We can play the bounce from this previous level of support here and previous level of resistance, which would be a good trade to take. But if the market continues to go down, then obviously we'll be looking at the upward sloping trend line for our price action and for our potential buy opportunity. Again, we aren't there yet. We can't sit there and just take a trade because we think something is going to happen. We still need to wait for the evidence to allow us to get in, and that's what's going to keep you profitable in the long run. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this morning's morning majors. Please make sure that you like the videos or you follow me if you're watching on Instagram. Post a comment if you like, all of that kind of good stuff. Really help us build this community here. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next morning majors. Take care now.